So you were saying before we got on for the show today, you were saying that you've been thinking about wealth and you were thinking about your past and childhood. Please explain. Tell me what you mean by that.
Okay. Well, I know we're talking about investing, but as a little girl, I always knew that abundance and prosperity and wealth should be mine. I didn't know how. My mom used to say that I just had champagne dreams, and I believe that it was placed in my DNA. But my father says the only way to get successful is if you're African American is to go to school. So I went to school. I got my MBA, but my MA, excuse me, and I still didn't have any money, Jaden. And so I said, I know how I can get money. I can marry money. All of this time, I knew, and it was God speaking to me. Wealth is your divine birthright, but I just didn't know how to get it, Jaden. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna marry money. So I married money, and that didn't work. And because I was spending all of his money because I didn't know it at the time, but I really had a lack mentality because as soon as I got money, I spent it. I think because of the generations of I saw my father struggling, and I think I was spending so much from I've got to spend it now because I may not get it. But when I went through my divorce, I began to really search, and I knew that wealth, abundance, and prosperity was mine, but I just did not know how to manifest it. So that began my inner journey of reading, prayer, meditation, taking baby steps to really manifest small things. So, whoever's watching or listening to this, I believe it's in our DNA. We were created for wealth, abundance, and prosperity. And I believe that God has a pathway for everybody to manifest that. So that's what I was thinking about this morning.
Yeah, I love that. And your journey with money sounds like a transformation of how the heck do I get it to then you somehow you figured out the prosperity code, your wealth consciousness increased. Was there anything like that you can think of that was that turning point for you where you said, okay, I get it now?
Well, I started studying and reading everything. I read it, but I knew that wealth or prosperity was inside. So I knew that before it could manifest or outpicture on the outside, I needed to change my thinking and my beliefs. So being a therapist that I took a look at my beliefs and I realized I was thinking lack, you can't do that. How is that going to happen? Um, and I began to intentionally change my beliefs. And I think the first one that I changed was wealth and prosperity is my divine birthright, and I'm open to receive the pathway to it. It was something like that. So I began to reprogram, I didn't know what it was then, my subconscious with the new truths around